Well, honestly, guys, I gotta lie because my parents ain't home yet, so I'm gonna steal the kitchen for a little bit. We're gonna make my homemade hamburgers the way I like it. I don't think I have any cheese to throw inside at this time, but we're just gonna rock and roll with it. So everything that you'll need is, this is how I do it. Got some salt and pepper, this Ultimate Burger, cracked pepper, Holy Voodoo, cowboy butter, honey garlic, and this smoke wagon bourbon. And then, of course, your camera fell. 2 pounds of hamburger. So let me turn the stand back around and let's get cooking. Make sure that your smoker is outside preheating. I have it on smoke because I like to smoke them for like 10-15 minutes, and then I'll turn it on to 250, and that's how I do that. Like, I'm not going to show you guys the actual like cooking outside method because I'm sure my parents are going to be home before then, so you guys get to see how it's made, and then I'll probably slap them on for you. So let me finish doing this, and then yeah, well, that works. Okay, so if I can find a knife that will actually cut here. Okay, got our steak knife because you need to cut the packages, of course, if you don't want to deal with it. So how I do it is I like to go like this and make sure your hands are clean. Mine are already clean. I already washed with soap. Because last video, as you saw, we did oil change and all that stuff, so I washed my hands, so don't worry on that. Okay, put your 2 pounds of hamburger in. And 100% make sure that smoker's going. Which, of course, mine's on the smoke right now, so we got that on smoke. And if you're like me and want something to set your shit on, when you're done, grab yourself a pan. And I know I need to watch the language. I know. Family friendly. Alright, now we're gonna get our hands in here and smash it all together. Okay, now smooth it all out. Now this is where the bourbon is going to come in first. This we're just going to do once, so about that much. That's about maybe less than a shot. So, and then we're going to do our honey garlic here. Go heavily, honestly, because you're going to be blending it all. I like to leave them open to where I know how I'm doing here on which ones I've already done, just because I got ADHD and my brain likes to forget. Here's the Holy Voodoo. We just put the cowboy butter on, so here's the Holy Voodoo. Okay, that's on there. Honestly, I'm going to leave this cracked pepper out, that one cracked pepper that I showed you guys. So here's the Ultimate Burger. I'm only leaving it out because we're putting cracked pepper in it anyway. Okay, salt, the cracked pepper, now mix. And don't be afraid to get your hands dirty, of course. Yeah, this channel is going to be all sorts of things. Like, we're going to be going back and forth between cooking, fixing vehicles, restoring vehicles, just a bunch of different stuff. So, sit back and enjoy. Like, I mean, I'm not going to constantly always be posting like right now while I'm in college. But as soon as I'm out, which I graduate this year, I will be posting a lot more for you guys. So we're going to go right back in with the exact same seasonings. Honey garlic. This time you can go a little lighter. Cowboy butter, if it wants to come out. Okay. Holy Voodoo. You know, I'm going to put them back up while we're going at it. Ultimate Burger. And salt and pepper. I might add a dash more of bourbon. Yeah, let's add a dash more of the bourbon. There we go. Like I said, just a smash. Smidge, I should say. It mixes really well for a minute or so, however long you feel. But yeah, this is how I like to do it. I wish I had some cheese because I kind of want to try mixing some cheese in this time. Let me see if I have any cheese. Yeah, we ain't got no. What's that? That's pepper jack as well. Yeah, we ain't got no cheese, so we're also gonna cook these. They're Philly cheesesteak brats, or smoked sausage, I should say. So we're gonna also cook those at the same time because I've already had them before, but they're good, so I want them again. So since we're having hamburgers, what perfect time to do it, right? I'm just letting that sit there for a second. So sometimes if you get it to room temperature a tiny bit, works good. Okay, I'm going to slap. I just slapped the Philly cheesesteak brats on there. I'm going to set this to the side. What we can add. Can you see that pretty well? Okay. Always put stuff away where you grab them, kiddos. Alright. I grab about a handful in my hand. Push it together like this, and then roll it. And then smash. And then kind of pat it in into however you like it. We like ours a little thicker around here sometimes. And plus it's going to shrink a tiny bit in the smoker anyway because, you know, hamburger. Yeah. There we go. And just repeat the cycle. And these are normally really freaking good when they're done, in my opinion, and my family's opinion. They really like them too, how I do it, so just keep going. Normally we get about 8, 10 of them, so if you do it just right, you can get a lot. Like we have, what, 5? Yeah, 5 so far. Here's 6. I did not make that perfect. And these last 2 are going to be a little smaller, so don't be afraid if they are. Alright, there we go. That's how I like to do it. Well, I guess let's go outside and slap them on the trigger. If I can get my camera to work with me here. Okay. These are really freaking good, so just crack open the door. Sorry for the horrible placement there. Now my neighbors are gonna probably think I'm crazy, but oh well. Alright. Like I said, on smoke, although it's being finicky again. Oh well. Let's clean this again. Make sure that grate is clean. The thermostat's been acting up a tiny bit, so we have the thicker ones. The heat likes to work right here mostly, so that's how we're gonna work with it. You get another one in there? Yes. Okay. Alright, now it's time for these. These we're just gonna slap right there for now. Okay, now wait about 10 minutes. Let's set the timer. That's not the timer. Go in here. 10 minutes, starting. So that's about how that works, and then you set them for 10 minutes. I like to come out 5 minutes and then flip them. That's where they get evenly coated. And then you'll crank them up to 250 or 275 depending on how much of a hurry you are in. If you do about 250, expect about 30 minutes for cook time on these, but trust me, they are freaking good. So I like them mostly done. I sometimes leave them a little pink in there, but yeah. But I guess that's where we're gonna stop, because there's nothing else to do, because you just let them cook for the 10 minutes and then you cook them or let them smoke for 10 minutes, and then you actually turn them onto 250 to 275 somewhere in there for temp, and then you just let them cook. And then that's how I really like them. So give it a try. I'll see you guys whenever I next upload. Peace.